Yeah, I sent you a message earlier.
Oh, shoot, I didn't see it. Hello, everybody. Welcome in.
Welcome, welcome. My friends are here and waiting for us, Mel. We got
Yes.
Miss Zoila and Dragon Cat and Miss Barb Jarvie is here. Marie Simpson. Sam is here. Nancy's here. Hello, hello,
Pizza's
friends.
here. Or pizza's not here yet. I don't know. We're getting pizza. Who's bringing pizza?
I'm too full. I had fajitas.
Yeah, and I ate shepherd's pie.
Ooh, yum, yum.
So, I mean, hi, Kendra. Welcome in.
Hello, Kendra.
Oh, I have two FOs.
Awesome.
And they both count for stash down because brand new year. But one of them is Kendra's Wonderful Yarn Infinity Scarf. I'm calling it Northern Lights, even though it's called Nebula.
That is really pretty. That is really, really, really pretty. I like the way the
Yeah.
colors worked in that.
Yeah. Hi, Sally. How are you? So that's that. And then just today, Sarah and I sat and watched a movie, and I knocked out a slouchy hat
Awesome.
with a removable pom pom in bulky yarn. So she's like, okay, so the creator spotlight, she's Russian, I
Mm-hmm.
believe, or possibly Ukrainian. Um, and she's like, the yarn said super chunky, but and she'll put like little subtitles up once in a while, like to emphasize, this size hook or this. But she put bulky, even though the label on the yarn said super chunky. And I'm like, show us the number. Is it a 5 or is it a 6?
Right.
Because, and then she's like, 8mm hook. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go look at my bulky yarn and see. And the bulky yarn, the 5 weight yarn. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Thank you, Kendra. I think this came out wonderful too. Um, but the 5 weight yarn called for an 8mm hook. But of course, I only, like, unless I went searching, I only had a 7 or a 9 on hand. Of course, that's how it always works out.
Of course.
Oh, I'm glad you're doing good, Sarah. But so luckily it was just an even chain to start with that fit around your head.
Right.
So I just did that, and it came out nice and slouchy, and she's like, it turns out she was using a 6, not a bulky, but a super, because she's like, you only need one ball and it's 86 yards, and I had a ball that was 109 yards. I needed more than one ball to even get to the inches she was calling for. Hi, Mandy, and hi, Tracy. Welcome in. So, but I like it. It's soft. So, how is everyone tonight?
Oh,
How are
goodness.
you?
Sorry, counting.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
probably the last decrease round I'm going to do. So,
Bridget's working on her royal celebration box project. So, Gotta concentrate.
Yes. So I want to get it done because it has irritated me, and I knew better than to tie in my ends before I got to that point. I knew better, I knew better, I knew better. And I did it anyways because it was irritating me. And I didn't want to get to the end of the project and then have to do it. But I'm designing, so I should have done that. And, you know,
Hi, Terry. How are you? And Kendra said she did her panic buying from Joann's. Boxes coming tomorrow and another order being processed. And I saw you had a fabric haul, but I didn't get to watch it yet.
I did because a lovely lady sent me some money and told me to go and buy some fabric. And I couldn't find out. I knew she emailed me too, and then I went back to find her email so that I could confirm whether I could say her name or not, because some people don't want their name
Yeah.
said and stuff. And I couldn't find her email and none of my emails, and I know she emailed me, but I could not find it, just like losing my mind. But she sent me $50. I spent 80 something, but most of that was the 50. So I was very well spoiled.
Oh,
And the king and I had a lovely time out, just spending time together.
oh, that's great. I mean, it's nice to go out and just have a quality day and everything. And I
It
know
was,
he's one of those enabler husbands. Did you
yeah,
see this bolt over here,
he
Bridget?
actually picked one of the fabrics again because he was like, "Ooh, I really like this one." And there was a lot more that I definitely could have come home with, but I was trying to not. I, when we walked in, I said, "My budget is $50, but my hard budget is $90."
Uh-huh.
Because I had the $50 gift, and then I had a few dollars in my account yet, um, and I didn't be until I get paid. So I was like, as long as I don't go over this amount, I'm good. So I did a good job. I didn't blow the hard budget. So
Yeah. Thank you, Kendra. And Dragon Cat, I'll be thinking of you tomorrow.
yes, love and light to anyone going through anything right now.
She's getting her do-over surgery on her finger.
I hope they do a good job and you're able to have full function of your hands again.
Yeah, definitely.
What you working on tonight, Miss Mel?
My sock.
Nice.
I got quite a ways on the foot.
Looking
So,
good. Is that the blueberry from Premiere?
yeah,
I bought a bunch of that. I have not yet worked with it.
it's very nice to work with. I mean, I only split it once in a blue moon.
That's good.
And these are, I mean, you have very sharp needles. These are pretty sharp needles.
Right. Yeah, I really enjoy my extremely sharp needles. I find I don't split the yarn as often when I have very sharp needles over dull needles,
Yeah.
and I can go a bit faster. So,
Yeah, these are the Chow that I was gifted from both Bella and Karen Y. They both gifted me some, and I think they're absolutely wonderful.
I enjoyed my Chalgoos, but I couldn't knit with them very long. The cable added just a little bit of resistance, which would hurt my wrist over time. I really enjoyed the needle part, and like for regular knitting, for like hat knitting or anything like that, I really love the Chalgoo needle and the cables. But for the 9-inch circs, it was a little bit too stiff for me.
Yeah. I have dragon fruit, strawberry, and I might have watermelon in this as well, Kendra. Um, I'm not sure if I have watermelon in the sock, but I kind of, when they had a sale, I was like, and I had the money, I was like, I'm getting the sock stuff because I made a bag um, out of the 4-weight watermelon and based on Cinnamon Stitches bag she made out of the watermelon,
Right.
and um, and it turned out beautifully. And now I'm making one out of the dragon fruit, and it got put, all my whips got put over there in the avalanche pile, as I call it. And so as I find them, they're getting done. So, but yeah, my wrists hurt, but I think that's more because I'm knitting with the finer, it's what I call fingertip knitting, because
Right.
I'm using my fingertips to hold the tiny needles and the tiny yarn, and you know, so
My Joanne's there's three of them within a 45 minutes. I got one in Columbia, one in Lexington, and one in Augusta, Georgia. The Augusta, Georgia one is my favorite. It is a much larger store and generally maintains the store fairly well. The Columbia store I don't like. It's itty bitty and it is always very messy in there, and they don't have a very large quantity of anything. The the other store in the Columbia area is decent. Yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before, whatever, it was really busy and quite picked over. Everybody in there was talking about, oh, I gotta get this, I gotta get this, I gotta get this before it's gone. Hmm. Unfortunately, my buying right now is at a freeze. We have to get a dishwasher, a washing machine, and a dryer. So, yeah, that's usually how that happens.
yeah.
If there's going to be big sales, I'm going to be broke because it's got other things I got to do. Well,
Hi, Zach. How are you? All right, I'm just gonna get this out of the way because I'm like sitting here waiting for somebody to ask, and I'm just gonna get it out of the way.
all right.
All right. Um, so for any of you who knew Ruby wasn't doing well, I took her to the vet on Thursday, and she they did some tests, some ultrasounds and stuff, and it turned out she was doing a lot worse than we thought. I mean, I knew she was doing a lot worse than they had thought previously. Hi, Tina. Welcome in. And we uh, um, we let her go. We had to let her go for her own sake. That's okay, Dragon Cat. Thank you, honey. Yeah. Yeah, so she went over the Rainbow Bridge. Um but she was in a, you could tell she was in pain. She had started moaning, and Ruby doesn't moan. She talks, but she doesn't moan. So, and and she would have been 13 on Valentine's Day. So, yeah.
She had a long and happy life with you, and
Yeah, and we had her since she was 10 months old. So, but but it was the best thing for her. So,
right.
and now that's out of the way, and I mean, I will be making a short video so that the rest of the channel and everything, and because people wanted to be kept in the loop with her and everything. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, everybody. Hi, Anastasia. Thank you, everybody. And I am just thankful that, you know, for the past year and a half I've been brushing her, and I was able to get enough fur that I sent a bunch to Bridget, and I'm sending some to Ray, our friend over at Ray's Yarn Addiction. And they're both amazing spinners, but in different ways. They have different styles, and they're each making me some ruby yarn. So, oh, hi, Maggie and Dorothy. And I saw someone else who from Tasmania. Who was from Tasmania? Where is it? I don't want to leave anyone out. Where did she go? Uh, Dorothy. Dorothy's from Tasmania. That's who it is. Oh, that's okay, Anastasia. You lurk away.
We are so lucky to have friends from all around the world.
We really are. So, what is everybody working on tonight or doing tonight besides waiting for pizza? I think Nancy went back to sleep.
Hopefully, she's getting some rest. She's been out duck hunting so hard.
Yeah. I only found one, and that was by, coincidence.
Some of the girls are really good at hiding him. I'm gonna say, like, I had one channel that I
Well,
knew where the ducky was, and even I had to go. Wait a minute, did I back up? Back up. Did I see that? Oh, there he is. Because, like, he was really hidden in there. So,
Oh, that's right. You're spending time with your grandson, Sally, and Kendra's working on a blanket. Is it single crochet, Kendra? Is it single crochet?
I need to get started on my corner to corner, but I also need to spend some time on my mosaic.
Yeah.
That's why I'm rushing so fast to get this sweater done so I can get jumping on those projects.
Oh, I hope you don't lose power, Dragon Cat. We've been getting some gusts too. A pair of socks a month, Sam. Wow.
When the king was in the hospital, I was getting a pair of socks done every 2 days.
Yeah, but you just go zip 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 and
Well, that and I had spent so much time sitting at his bedside that it was just keeping nervousness keeping my hands moving.
yeah.
But a
I'm
pair of socks a
sorry.
month is a good goal.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Nancy. She's been fighting a headache all day
Mm.
and she thinks her body's trying to get sick, but she's trying to ignore it.
Miss Nancy, if you can get yourself some black elderberry, I highly advise it. You can get it in pills or gummies in the vitamin section, usually around where like the coldies or the Z-Cam stuff is. It's an immune system superfood, and I swear by it personally.
And Dragon Cat, I hope yours is just allergies so you can get your surgery. And Marie, that sounds lovely. An angel wing shawl. And Dorothy makes wind spinners with angels on them. I
Beautiful.
think that would look pretty.
I ordered some yarn today.
Oh yeah, to
And
dye
yeah, I'm
or
making up a very special Royal Celebration box.
ooh.
So I'll be dyeing that probably in the next couple of weeks. That'll be fun. I completely ran out of my day number one color now. The full hank is all gone.
Ooh.
So now we just got our minis to go, and I've got four more colors going into this sleeve, and then I have to do the other sleeve. Hopefully, I'd say probably by Wednesday for sure, the sweater will be done.
Well, that'll be nice. Maggie's working on another pair of socks.
I'm working on the cuff. Well, I finished the cuff. I'm doing the leg bit of my sock. Not that my socks are long enough to have a leg bit, but hello,
Hi.
Bear. Welcome in, sweetheart. Oh, I bet that's beautiful, Sarah. I really enjoy Cinnamon Stitch's designs. I've not made her patterns only because I don't follow tutorials. Um, but I like the way that she wears them and that they look on her. I like her style.
I made one of her shawls one time. It came out really nice.
She has a good eye. She has a very good eye. Oh, ever since I learned how to read patterns, I find it super annoying to have to follow a tutorial.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of tutorials, which is why, like, I don't do a lot of bag a day and I don't do a lot of, like, cinnamon stitches and stuff. Only when they come up as, like, the creator spotlight and stuff. I have them favorited and, like, for watch later and, like, oh, I'd like to make that and I'd like to make that. But I don't sit down and watch the because I could be doing something else while I'm making something
That's my
instead of,
thing too.
yeah.
If I'm not watching a tutorial, I can be watching one of my friend's videos and following a pattern. It feeds my brain's need to do more than one thing at a time.
Huh. A wave blanket trying to represent the ocean. How many rows of each? Like, you have different colors to do the ocean, and it's not like the ocean and the beach. It's just the ocean. It's hard to think about without, like, seeing it.
Yeah, because you wouldn't want to go too many and have it be real chunky bits. But I would probably stagnate it, like not do the exact same amount of each color, and kind of go back and forth, do like a fade type thing, because depending on the way the water or the, light hits the water, it's not necessarily from light blue to dark blue in a consistent fade. I would probably kind of make it a little chaotic and mix it up a bit if it was me.
Have a good night, Tina. Thank you for coming in. What kind of stitch is it, Terry? Is it a double crochet? Is it like, you know, half doubles? Is it that sleeve fits good.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to do one more decrease because I don't quite want it,
Uh-huh.
do one more set of decreases and then,
Double crochet.
yeah, that's going to be a really nice fit.
Yeah.
Perfect. Definitely going to keep me warm enough. Ooh.
I'm thinking, like Bridget said, maybe do like, and it's ripple, yeah. Maybe do like 4 rows of one and then like 2 rows of a, like she's saying. two rows of another, but keep track of how many rows you do.
And if you don't have qualms about doing in ends, you could do bits where part of it was one half of the blanket was one color and the other half was in the same row, so the ripples play back and forth with each other.
Hi, Samantha. Welcome in.
Hello, Samantha.
Hi, Angela. How are you? Welcome in. You got your blanket done. Congratulations. And Samantha's working on 4 blankets.
Yes, Samantha seems to like to bite off a little bit more than most people can chew. She likes to go big or go home. Instead of doing one blanket, she's got to do 4.
Hi, Deborah. Welcome in, hon. It's shiny, Samantha. Shiny.
You got any big plans for the week, Mel?
No, we got our car back finally.
Well, that's good.
That's good. And then, other than that, no big plans. Hopefully get a new sleep aid so I can sleep through the night.
Yeah.
Um, you didn't miss much, Deborah. Just a little news about Ruby, and then I'm working on my socks, and Bridget's working on her Royal Celebration box sweater.
Yes.
Um,
Finishing up
the
some
news
stuff.
about Ruby is that she went over the Rainbow Bridge last Thursday. Yeah, still on gabapentin, Terry. And yet I'm not sleeping through the night.
Hopefully that will settle down a bit for you.
Yeah, I hadn't really told anybody on the YouTubes, Deborah, until tonight. Where's my yarn? Ooh. Thank you, Angela and Deborah. Thank you, Brenda. Yeah, it was the best choice for her. They had actually found, when they did the ultrasound, they had found a mass in her chest that they believed was cancerous, and there was no way to do anything about it. So,
It is a hard choice to make, but it is a very unselfish choice you made, and a lot of people are incapable of making that choice. So I'm proud of you for not holding on.
yeah, no, I can't do that to an animal.
I
I
can't either.
can't. I'm very sorry, Samantha. Yeah, it's been a hard year for a lot of people. I'm from Pennsylvania. Hi, Aussie Sandy. Welcome in. Samantha Stewart's asking how far you are from Cynthia Joyful Creation.
Oh, I only live maybe 30 to 45 minutes from Cynthia. Not very far at all. Considering I drive 2 hours to go to the doctor, I can definitely drive 35 to 45 minutes to see a friend. You know?
Oh, I'm sorry, Zoila. Zoila's lagging.
Yeah, she's been having internet issues all day, it seems like today. It's no fun.
Yeah, I would do anything to see her playing like a puppy again, Barb. You guys meeting up again this weekend? You and
Uh,
Deborah.
oh, yeah, yes, Miss Deborah and I are getting together this weekend. I need to find the address so I can send it to her because today's been one of those days I've been go, 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 go since the second my feet hit the floor. And I still haven't caught up to what I need to have done. Yeah, the king's home this weekend, so I don't have to worry about rushing home to make sure that he can get off to work or that he has his food or whatever. So it's a good time to meet up and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
He'll probably stay home and work on schoolwork. He's been getting, he's really knocking that out. It's actually like a year and a half, 2 year course, and he's on track right now to finish it within a year's time.
Nice.
So yeah, and he's gotten 90 something and above on every single test. I'm very proud of him. He's working very hard.
You should get some stickers to to give him when he does really well.
I
Darth
bought him a
Vader.
great big pack of his Gamecock stickers so that he could stick them all over his computer and whatnot.
You should get him Darth Vader like scratch and sniff or something like really kitty eyes or something, and you know, just just some of those kid ones. You're a okay. You're A plus okay.
Right.
You're 100%. You know, way to go. You can do it.
Well, then he just told me the reward he gets for becoming a maintenance man at work is higher pay, yes, but he has to buy a great big ginormous like this toolbox that he needs to buy and fill up with his own money for work. Like,
They
girl,
should reimburse him for that.
nope. But when they no longer work at the company, they take their tools home with them. So he says, I'll have every tool I'll ever need. It's starting to sound like a spinner's excuse to buy another wheel. I'm just saying.
Ah, hi, Demetra. How are you? We switch back and forth between Bridget and my channel every week. So one week we're on my channel and one week we're on Bridget's channel for the live.
Yep, yep, yep. That way it's fair and fun for everybody to play. Although, my goodness, is Monday's getting busy.
Yeah, it's like there are more people going live.
A lot more. No, they have to buy all their own, which and it's okay because like I said, he will end up using the tools once he's retired here on the farm. So it's not that big of a deal. It's just my goodness, that's a lot of tools to buy.
Yeah.
And I gave him the ultimatum the other day. I told him either we have the land in the back of the house cleared and ready to put garden in by next summer, not this summer coming up, but summer 2026. I told him if I do not have a garden back there by summer of 2026, I am digging the entire front yard up and it's going to become my garden. So he is now in hyper 4-wheel drive overtime because he knows I'm very, very serious about this. Either way, I'm having a garden. He just gets to choose where it goes because
Or
I'm
he
done
thinks
playing.
he gets to choose where it goes.
Yeah, we start at 8:30 p.m. Uh, Eastern Standard Time, Samantha, and we go until one or the other of us feels like leaving for the night.
Hi, Karen. Welcome in.
In my garden, Sarah, I will have all of the vegetables and any fruit possible. I plan on having at least 3 to 4 different kinds of apple trees. I want pears, plums, cherries, oranges, limes, lemons. I want them all. I also want nut trees and basically any vegetable that we consume here in the United States and a few from China, I want because I love them all.
Hmm.
Samantha, honey, I have a mosaic make along going around on my channel right now, and I have started a mosaic. So, yes, sweetheart, I do mosaic.
It is her year of mosaic.
Yes, it is. Right. Yeah. And see, the thing is with like all that recall stuff and that, like, they put all the so much poisons and whatnot on the food, and they call them preservatives. They're poisons. Um, I don't like all of that. Food tastes better when you work hard for it.
It really does taste better from the garden.
It does. And, I have the ability to can. I have the ability to dehydrate and freeze and, all the preparation that can be done. I know how to do it. Now, some of it I have not done on my own, so there's going to be a learning curve, of course. But yeah, I like having chickens too, Demetra. I really do. I'm hoping to get some more ducks and a couple geese as well. Oh, fresh salsa's the best. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Yeah, and I love kohlrabies and there's nothing better than going out in the garden in the afternoon and having your dinner while you're picking the day's veggies. Because I in during the harvest season of the garden, I really do not need to cook for myself. The only person I need to cook for in the house is the king because if there's fresh veggies available, that's what I'm eating because yeah, that's just what I prefer. Oh, and yes, homemade pasta sauce. Yes,
I
please.
tried pasta sauce. My family didn't like the recipe I used. So, all those jars of it I made. Oh well.
You live and you learn. You can only all you can do is try, right?
Right.
And pasta sauce is one of those things that it really does matter the recipe that you find, and
And it
then you
also
gotta.
said good for jarring, but when we opened the first one, it I don't think it had jar like it wasn't good for jarring. It was very acidic, you know? And it said safe for jarring, so I don't know. Uh,
Hello, Kristen. Welcome in, sweetheart.
Hi, Kristen.
Ooh, yummy snow peas. I
Ziva
love
would be
peas.
at your feet begging. She loves the green stuff. I just
Mhm.
started her on I I wanted to do this for both of them, but I started making her homemade dog food. So I'm transitioning her over to the homemade raw dog food. It's not all raw. There's like rice in it and sweet potatoes and carrots, and you can't give her raw sweet potatoes or raw rice. So that's all cooked. But
I completely understand. We're growing up in an Italian household, having real sauce versus having the stuff that comes from the grocery store, world difference.
I wanted to get some fruit trees, but up here on the mountain, it'd just be like buffet for the deer and the bear, and you know,
Right,
we get it. And then also our growing season is so short, it's just so short. Thank you, Zoila, honey. By the time the leaves are out, it's already everything's like, yep, okay, we're gonna now be done growing,
right.
start frosting.
I got 3 more colors to go in this sleeve and then do the other sleeve.
Yay.
I'll be rocking this sweater by this weekend.
Yay, double yay.
Right? Yeah, the king's gonna build me a great big greenhouse once we got the land cleared. Hello, Mr. Yarndall. Welcome in, hon.
Hi, Jerry. How are you? Yeah, my he's like, I'm not building anything else. No more building. He'll build more stuff, but right now he's just tuckered out. We all get there.
Right. So I had this idea, right? I was gonna have the sleeves be mirrored, and now this is for now and for the second iteration of this.
Yep.
So, but what I was thinking, instead of doing that, on this sleeve, I started day one, day two through day 31, right? And when the sleeve goes across the body of the sweater, it's in the exact, number formation that sleeve
Yeah.
was done in. So, what I'm thinking now is instead of having both sleeves be the exact same way, I think I'm going to start with day 31 on this sleeve and go down to day number 1. Because that way, when this sleeve flops over and goes the opposite direction, the numbers will still line up exactly. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Like if this one here, day number 1 and day number 1 line up, when you put it across. And then that way
Yeah.
when we do the other side, they'll go just like it lines up in the sweater.
Well, maybe you can write it so that people can choose to do
Right.
it either or way, because some people, the OCD is strong with this one, and they won't be able to take, the opposite.
Right. Hello, Dawn. Welcome in, honey. I
Hi,
completely
Dawn.
understand. I don't know how people tag people on the computer. I can't get it to do it on the computer either. So maybe I just don't understand how that's
Mine
done.
works on the computer, but when I'm on the tablet or the phone, it won't tag.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
only
know.
time I can get it to tag is when I'm doing like the editing portion, like putting you in the description box or something. I can't never get it to do it in a chat. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
doing it wrong. I'm probably doing it wrong.
It's just at and then their name, and it's supposed to bring it up and do it for you. And Nancy, you can't comment on Dawn's lives?
YouTube is
Oh,
getting
man.
ridiculous with that stuff. It really is. Um, I I've been talking with lately. I met Camille and Lori. When Camille is on her phone, she cannot comment on Lori's short videos, but it does allow her to comment on her regular videos. And if she goes on her computer, she can comment on any of the videos. But when she's on her phone, even though she just got a brand new device, it absolutely it grays out the comment thing. So she cannot click on it and comment on the short videos. And then the thing with you is getting worse, where even if people comment on your comments, no one's seeing them. I've heard it's not even just me anymore, that's happening with all the
Yeah.
creators.
Yeah, I don't think. I just assume nobody can see my comments.
It is such a it's very frustrating.
Yeah.
And the thing with me is, like, with you and I, that I know that you watch my videos, right? So
Yeah.
that's like, it's a big deal, but it's not a big deal. But if it's happening with you, how many other people are commenting on my video that I can't see them and they think I'm ignoring them?
I know.
That's the thing that gets me, is like, as a content creator, I don't want anybody that watches me to feel unseen, you
I
know.
know.
We're talking about seeing, now I can see you. Ha ha.
The only way I know for people to be able to comment in lives is to, for sure, is to be a mod in that live.
Yeah.
But you can't make everybody a mod in the live just so that their comments can show up.
Exactly.
Because that'd be asking to just free range make everybody a mod.
Right.
and
And
and just trust everybody to be a mod and everything. And
when we know, unfortunately, in this, you can't give that blanket trust to everybody. Yeah, it is definitely a YouTube thing, but
yeah,
YouTube unfortunately says it's not a thing, that it's not happening.
Karen, yeah, I sometimes turning the device off works, sometimes it doesn't. Like she said, turn it, she sometimes she can't comment, so she'll go turn off her phone and it'll fix it.
Hmm.
But I mean, when it was it's worse for me when I was, you know, not able to be seen in lives and stuff at my worst. I would be clearing the hit browser history, clearing the cache, turning off my computer, turning it back on, trying a different device. None of it was working. you know, and so I mean, oh my gosh.
Oh, but she's a happy puppy.
I gave Ziva her raw food for the first time this morning, and she sniffed it, she licked it, and it was mixed in with her kibble, and she went, "Wait, am I allowed to have this?" And she just looked at me, and and I had to give her permission to eat her food. And then she was like, "Okay, I'm going to devour this, by the way. You might want to back up." But she still ate it slowly enough that I wasn't, too bad.
That's good.
But
Yeah, Karen, arguing with a computer isn't going to really get you anywhere, unfortunately. But if you're like me, ticked off and wanting to throw the computer across the room or smash it with a big rock.
yeah, but you don't want to do that. Computers are expensive and we need them for what we do.
I know, but the want to do that is still very, very, very much there. God dang it.
Oh, please.
Sorry about that. I'm trying to clear out my thing because the king sent me a message and it won't shut
Oh,
up.
please.
Trying to clear it out and it's playing it instead. So otherwise, I'll get notifications later that I'll need to have on. I won't be able to see them because there's too many ones that I don't need. Like, I know Mel is live. I'm there.
I don't even get that notification.
Yeah, it sends me one every week. And usually I have it playing on the YouTube side. Tonight I didn't set it up because the computer's not muted and, you know.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Ugh.
These are twisted horribly now.
Bye, Dorothy.
Bye, Dorothy. Have a good night.
Dorothy ... That is cute.
From Tasmania. So it's tomorrow wherever she is. Well, where she is. Tasmania.
Right. Yeah, probably about right around lunchtime.
Yep.
Because Miss Lisa would be coming in and telling us she's off to have lunch. Ooh. Look at this I got, Mel.
Oh, what is it? I can't make it out completely.
Tigers.
Ooh, pretty.
I got tigers and castles.
Nice. I thought you were going to go tigers and lions
And bears. Oh my. But I actually do have tigers and lions and bears and toucan birds and elephants and
I'm sure you do.
I got castles.
Ooh.
I figured that's a very, Queen's Crafts kind of print right there.
Very much so.
And then this one right here, I figured you would like this here.
Ooh, that is very pretty. That is very cool. That hits my hippie heart and my celestial heart.
Right. Yeah, I seen the tigers, and I'm like, ooh, them are very pretty. That's got to come home. See, this one's got a lot of the baby animals on it.
Oh, babies.
Got baby tigers and lions and elephants, zebras, giraffes, even
Nice.
koala bears.
Very cute. So yesterday was my dad's birthday.
Oh, fun.
And
How
he
your dad or your
my stepdad who I live with. And he got to spend it with his girlfriend because he spends the weekend up there.
right
And
night, Brenda, honey.
Night Bear, um, and she got him a gift. She
Oh,
she got him the floating they're floating taper candles. They're electric from Harry Potter.
oh, nice.
They're remote control, so you like fishing wire them from the ceiling so they look like they're floating, and
Right.
then you remote control them, and you get a wand that's the remote control, so it looks like you're like
Jerry
moving.
wants those.
Oh yeah, you
I
want
would
something?
definitely go for a set of those.
Yep, I've seen them, and they have them in white and black. So, but and then
I
she
hope you
also,
enjoyed your diamond painting, Linda. You're never late.
ooh,
You're exactly where you need to be when you need to be there.
yes, just like a wizard.
That's right.
A wizard is never late.
I need to decide now, am I going to make Olivia next or am I going to make my new little wizard fella next?
I say do a wizard.
I was thinking. I was thinking of doing the wizard and his little broom friend.
Yeah, that'll be cute.
Make a poll. That's a good idea as well. I should do that. I swear I just cleaned these things and I still can't see out of them.
You did, and then you said, "Now I can see you." I never realized how much I can't see out of them until I take them off and clean them, and then I'm like, "Oh dear Lord!"
Right? How was I seeing anything? Most of it was okay, but there was a big old spot up in the corner. Kept distracting me. I gotta go get new ones after we get our taxes done this next week. We're going on Friday to visit the tax man. Well, the tax lady, actually. Oh, thank you, Zoila. Yeah, that was a lot of fun to create. I've actually got like 4 of them, but I've only made a video with just the one. I need to get the other ones done. And Mel influenced me, and now I have another subscription I'm paying for every month.
You can't blame me for that.
I can too, and I surely will. Thank you very much. But it did help me make a couple really nice thumbnails and stuff where I was able to remove the background and make it look really nice. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that Canva comes in handy. That is definitely a
Mm-hmm.
really nice program, and I've only learned just a couple things that it does. I got a subscription to Canva, Miss Karen. It's for making thumbnails and editing pictures and whatnot.
I think you can make videos on it too.
You can, you can. So now, shoot, I think I pay out probably close to $100 every month for tools. Canva, it's Canva. I tried that Macari out. It made me very upset because when someone made a purchase from me, they had the purchase in their possession for 12 days before the funds were released to me. That is an awful long time for someone to be able to destroy something that they bought and then claim that it wasn't what it was supposed to be when they. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that. Yeah, Canva definitely has a free version. It just doesn't do all the things that the paid version does. Um, and it's definitely one of those things that you don't absolutely have to have it. Um, but the having the tools at your fingertips really is quite nice, and it's not an extreme amount of money, you know. And like at the level that I earn money, it's not really worth it to be in, putting a bunch of money into it like I do. But I'm still hoping to grow. And I figured if I'm learning it now, by the time I've gotten bigger and I can truly justify having those extra expenses, um, I will already know how to use and understand the programming. So I won't have to learn it then when I have a lot more eyes staring at me trying to figure out why I can't do the simple things.
Oh my gosh, my eye got irritated. Now it's just watering and watering.
Oh, I hate that. I hope so, Zoila. I'm hoping. I know it's a very lofty goal, but I am really, really pushing to hit 3K this year. And for a couple of reasons. One, because I really haven't grown in the last few years, other than very minuscule here and there. But two, there is a financial aspect to it, because a while back, before the king got, you know both hips replaced and whatnot, I was thinking about quitting, and the king didn't want me to quit. So he put out a challenge of sorts. When I hit 3K, he is going to give me a $300 shopping spree, crafting shopping spree. When I hit 5K, I get a $500 crafting shopping spree. Which, of course, I'm not good at spending money on me, but I love spending money on stuff to make for other people. So it will
Right.
be a lot of fun on the channel, I think, to do that, because I'll be able to do the things that I want to do, and that will be make even more videos for the channel. So, you know. And when we were at Harbor Freight the other day, my little eyes peeped a rock tumbler in there. So go
Ooh.
ahead to save up and get me one of those. Because, yes. I
Well,
need another hobby like I need a hole in my head, but rock tumbling though that goes really well with my witchy stuff, and then I could buy like raw crystals and just tumble them down myself. See,
yep.
you know, and then make
My
more jewelry and whatnot with them.
depending on what size rock tumbler you want, my dad got his girlfriend one, and it was the uh National Geographic one,
Hmm.
and I think it was only $74 on Amazon.
This one is like 60 some bucks, but it looks more industrial than the ones I've seen on um online. It looks like it's a little more sturdy. So we'll see. I'm gonna do some research and figure out, where's the best to go and whatnot. But Miss Mel, I'm not rushing you off by any means whatsoever, but you look like you're falling asleep, sweetheart.
I'm
So,
starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel it, but yeah, I'm just it's getting there.
and I shouldn't say anything, but for anybody that happens to be duck hunting, you're on a channel currently that hasn't had any duck spotted, but I have seen him flying around the neighborhood. So just saying, you might want to, grab your weapons and go drag the woods a little bit.
And then you get that dog. If any of you played the original Nintendo, then you get that. If you miss, you get that dog that goes when you miss.
Right?
I have my original Nintendo with Duck Hunt, and he just pops up and goes, heh heh heh.
That was one of my favorite games, was Duck Hunt. I wasn't ever any good at video games, but then again, we weren't really allowed to.
Yeah.
You know, my father bought us a Nintendo, but it was one of those we were only allowed to play when he wanted to play, and then we would get our turn, and of course we were small children, we would all die very quickly, and then it would be his turn, and we pretty much wouldn't get a turn again. So we all got bored with it and would go upstairs and go do whatever we were doing, listening to music, reading books, playing Barbies, whatever my
Hmm.
sisters were doing. And so I think we played it maybe a handful of times ever.
Oh, I was 10 when I got my Nintendo, and my we got little TVs. My sister and I each got our own little TV, and we got a Nintendo. And it was, I'm getting the Nintendo. No, I'm getting the Nintendo. No, you know. And I was 10, and I think I figured out how to hook it up.
Right.
So the Nintendo got hooked up, you know, in my room because one, she was 12, into boys, wouldn't play it anyway,
Right.
you know. So I'm sitting there 2 feet away from the TV, tethered to the thing, playing everything, that we had. And then I just, yeah. Zelda, definitely. Mario Brothers, definitely. Duck Hunt, yes. I have the Mario Brother Duck Hunt original 2-in-1 game. The
Right.
original Zelda, where it's just that 2D grid where you go around the grid, and then when you get to the castle, you battle, and then you go back around the grid. And
Right. Well, Miss Nancy, he shouldn't be showing up in any more videos as of, well, today, tomorrow, yesterday, something like that. But the season doesn't officially end until the 31st. So if as long as you find him before the 31st, it definitely qualifies because I'm going to draw the winner on the 1st. So there's still time to find that rascally little duck. He is out there flying around. If you need a reminder of what channels he has been flying around on, I have them listed in my community tab. Please do check that and make sure you check all the channels because, the season's coming to an end, but it's been fun.
See, Deborah, I have the Nintendo. What do I have? The Wii and the Wii. I think that's the most recent Nintendo I have. But we would get every iteration of Nintendo so that we got everything except the GameCube. And then we'd get the Zelda games. I would play them, and my sister Schnook would be my guide. So like if I would get stuck, she when she was old enough and she didn't want to play the game anymore and she got sick, we would sit in her room and play the game, and I would do the playing, and she would like make sure I didn't miss any of the glowy parts or side quests, and she'd read the walkthrough, so she knew what I was supposed to do, but I didn't know what I was supposed to do.
Hey,
Yeah.
Liz, welcome in, honey.
Hi, Liz. How are you?
I have the Nintendo DS XL 3D.
Oh, so you have the little handheld.
Yeah, I used to play
Yeah.
with my son. It was something that he I was a mean mommy. I was very, very mean to my kids. They were only allowed like an hour a day video game or like something like that time. Unless if they gave me an hour of extra schoolwork outside of their normal everyday classroom work, I would buy them like coloring books that had, phonics and reading and mathematics and science and all kinds of, stuff like that. If they wanted extra game time, they had to give me twice the amount of schoolwork time as they were able to gain in game time. If they wanted 15 minutes of game time, they had to work for a half an hour. If they wanted a half an hour of game time, they needed to work for an extra hour. I was a meanie, but my kids weren't stuck on stupid on like zombie mode. You know?
Yeah.
The only time they were just given extra game time was like if they were really, really sick and they couldn't go outside and stuff like that. It'd be like, all right, you can play your game, you know.
Yeah. I mean, my nephew was at my sister's. She was living with her boyfriend at the time, and he had a virtual reality thing, and he was playing the virtual reality and lost control of the handheld, and it flew into the flat screen TV. Yeah. So, I mean, and he was only like 15 at the time. So, no job, no way to buy a new one. And, you know, he was heartbroken. But, you know, and the boyfriend was like, ah. And I mean, he had other TVs in the house and everything like that, but none as big.
Right.
And then my nephew's dad was like, "Oh, he'll be punished." And I'm like, "It was an accident.
Right.
He shouldn't be punished for an accident, you know." But maybe no more virtual reality,
Right.
or maybe he should be, monitored. They say you shouldn't do that stuff alone when you're first doing it,
Right.
and you're always supposed to have the wrist strap on those things, and maybe that's why 15-year-olds shouldn't do it alone. But
Liz is turning into a rug making machine.
hmm
I don't know if you've ever seen the punch needle stuff.
yeah,
Girl, I tried that back when I first started crocheting. I tried the punch needle because I bought a kit at Hobby Lobby and I came home and I was like, well, I can learn anything YouTube can show me. And I watched YouTube videos and that SHIT did not work the way they did it on the YouTube videos. I'm just saying. But Liz picks it up and she's like, you know what? I'm going to make a stitch. Boom, there's Stitch with a bunch of hearts and a whole rug. The other day, she goes, I'm going to make some peeps. Boom, boom, boom. Peeps, done. This girl, man, she's starting to make me look bad. I'm like, you got to tell me what the heck you're doing different because in all the videos, it looks like you sit there and you go stab, 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 voila, rug. I
yeah,
tried that. All I did was stab, 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 bunch of holes in the fabric.
hmm
That's all that ever happened. But Liz does it and it's like perfect. Like her stitch looks like a Disney drawn stitch and she freehanded that Schmidt. I'm like, ugh.
Some people take to different crafts different ways.
I was like, she must be doing something different because, man, I tell you what. Right, Dawn? This is like definitely my type of crafting. Someone's done ticked me off. Let me stab something for a while, make a pretty picture.
That's what they say about cross stitch. You got anger issues? You want to stab something 10,000 times? Try
Right?
cross stitch, you know?
Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. That's so crazy. Where'd he
All right, yeah. I'm feeling the drag.
go? Like, seriously, she did this in one afternoon. Come on.
Aww.
One afternoon. And that hoop is big enough, like literally she can wear it as a hula hoop. It's just not fair. I love to see it though. I get so inspired by the, especially the stuff that is frustrates me because I find it so funny that people are like, everything comes so easy for you. It really don't, but it does look that way. And when it comes to this punch needle, that's the way it looks for. It looks like Liz just don't even got to try. She's just got to go. I'm gonna do it. Voila, it's done. But it's inspiring. Got to keep trying.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
All right, let's get on out of here so you can go on to bed. I'll see you all next week. Love you.
Love you guys. Shine bright, and I will see you all later. I hope you all have a great week. All right.